Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome back to another Orlando City Series episode of Building a Dynasty. This is episode 10, and that means it is the Eastern Conference semi-final playoff first leg. And as you can see, our opponent today, and for both of these legs, will be Toronto FC. They actually knocked out the New York Red Bulls in the wildcard playoff to get to this point. Another thing I should mention before we go into this match, I'll go back into my inbox and hopefully I'll be able to find it. Hopefully it won't be too far back. But something quite, I don't really want to say amusing because it's quite sad, but um, where is it? Yeah, Chicago sacked their manager after the game, and yeah, Yallop's now without a job, unfortunately. But I mean, he only has himself to blame. I mean, I've been sacked before from teams for various reasons as well. Thinking back to my Ajax save, where the players, formed a coup against me and got me sacked from the club. Anyway, enough about that series and what it was. It was such a great save. But anyway, this is coming along quite nicely. So let's get straight into it with the first leg, which will be an away leg. And yeah, hopefully Toronto can't do to us what we did to Chicago, because Toronto has actually never beaten us before, and what better way than to get their first victory against us in a semi-final conference playoff. So today's starting lineup, and there are a few controversial decisions about this lineup as well. Martinez in goals. Alston will start at right back. We've got Zat Knight and Redding once again as our centre backs. Diallo, the youngster, will play again, pretty much because he's the best left back we have at the moment. Saavedra will play as the roaming playmaker with Alexander as the deep line playmaker. Sitting in front of them is Kalaba. Yes, that's right. Kaká is actually, not injured for this game, but he is low on conditioning. So I've chucked him on the bench, as you can see, 86%. We're going to save him for the next game. We're going to start Kalaba and see how he goes. We've got Simpson on the right. Hernandez keeps his spot despite Breck Shea being back. Another very controversial, I can't even say it. Controversial. Don't know what's wrong with me. Decision on my part. I mean, Hernandez had a really good game in the last game against Chicago. Scored a goal. Looked pretty decent. Shea is actually not match fit, coming back from the injury that he just came back from. So I'm a little bit worried about that. He will obviously get some game time. I'll probably put him on for the last 30 minutes or so, depending on how Hernandez goes, and Rivas will be up front. The bench today will be, as I mentioned, Shea, Ramos, Akugo, Anderson, Chacon, Kaká, and Larin. Let's do this. And Kalaba, interestingly enough, will be our captain today. That's a little bit worrying. I probably should have changed that. But apparently he's our key man as well. He has the ability to pull the strings from midfield if given the opportunity. So, yeah. Interestingly enough, Josie Altidore plays. They've got another Apara. Let's have a look at him. Courtney Apara, Canadian player. And, yeah, not a lot of other players I actually know. Oh, Shearer. Everybody should know this guy. He's a Football Manager legend from quite a long time ago. Of course, played for Leeds back when they were, was it Leeds? I think it was Leeds. Back when they were in the Premier League. Oh no, I'm totally mistaken. They played for Lille, that's right, not Leeds. Anyway, moving on. He's a very good player, but I don't know why he's on the bench. Anyway, let's get the boys fired up. I'm going to tell them to carry on from the last game. Didn't really get the effect that I wanted to, but that's a half-decent team talk, I suppose. And here we go, boys. The semi-final of the playoffs for the Eastern Conference. Alston with the throw. Saavedra plays it back. That's a poor giveaway there. Oh, but what a tackle. Another thing I should mention, I've actually given Zat Knight, oh my god, Gilberto's in, oh, what a tackle! Redding, you beast, mate. I've given Zat Knight a new contract for 1 year. His stats are decreased even more than they were last time I checked his overview, but Rivas was nearly in behind. But he's just too solid. Rivas, he is in behind. Rivas, oh my god, that was close. That was really close. Yeah, he's too crucial to the team. He's pretty much been the rock in the defence. He was one of my first signings I actually made as manager of the club. And, I think we need him. He is 36, but I think we need him. I managed to drop his wages from 1.3k down to 1.1, so again, I saved a little bit of money. I'm going to look to give Rivas a new contract. Don't really know why, but he's had a half-decent season. Kind of contributed to us winning the Supporter Shield. On the ball here. Rivas. Ooh, good save by Fry. Corner. Saavedra. Oh, Redding off the crossbar. Oh, Zat Knight! Just mentioned him. Repays my favour for giving you a new contract. Gets on the score sheet. Opens the scoring in the 19th or the 20th minute for Orlando City. Away from home in Canada as well. Come on, boys. Martinez with the kick. Hernandez. Alexander to Saavedra. Played out wide side. Oh, he's given the ball away again. Altidore. Oh, another. Oh, that looked like a bit of a foul there, to be honest. But I guess he won the ball. Another good tackle by Redding. Kalaba. Rivas. Still Rivas. Laser back. Kalaba. Simpson. Rivas. Simpson. Oh, good save. He's offside anyway, though. Good ball movement there, though. Felt like a proper commentator then. We got the throw. Alston. Alston again. Can he cross it? Saavedra. Diallo. Gives it away. Kalaba. Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez! Again, repays the favour. I kept him in the starting lineup. Everybody probably would have thought that would have brought, Breck Shea in for him, but he's repaid the favour. We're 2-0 up. And that's 2-2 for him. 2-2 starts, 2-2 goals. Gilberto. Oh, and they've got one back. That was a very acute angle, and that's his 19th of the season. There's a pretty decent goal there, to be honest. Martinez probably should have done a bit better. Redding heads it forward. Alexander. What can we do here? Saavedra. 2 minutes till half-time. Rivas. Oh, Rivas gets past his man. Rivas shoots. Oh, but he blasted it over there. And that should be half-time. Bloody exciting game, I tell ya. Alright, I'm going to tell the boys I'm pleased. We'll try and get them a bit more fired up. I've got to say, Saavedra and Rivas are having really poor games out there. It's a little bit worrying. I don't really have anyone to bring... Oh, yeah, I don't know. I could bring Shea on, take Rivas off, and then bring Hernandez up front. Because he's in form. Saavedra with the free kick. Hernandez! Oh, off the crossbar! As I say, he's in form. I don't know how, but he's found form. Gilberto for Toronto. Good tackle, Alexander. Good ball win there, mate. Rivas. Can he do anything? Plays a good ball out to Simpson. Can Simpson do anything? Oh, gets past his man with ease. Simpson. Cross. Rivas! Get in. I was going to take you off, mate. I was going to take you off. Runs over to the Orlando supporters in the corner there. Love it. I was going to take him off. I might actually take him off anyway. Because I wanted to give Breck Shea some game time. And he's on a yellow, so I don't really want to risk him. What else can I do? I don't really want to bring anyone else off, to be honest. I think we'll put Ramos on. Yeah, Ramos on for Alston, and we'll leave it at that. I'm just going to give the boys a team talk here. I'm just going to encourage them. Just to try and keep things more positive, Oh, Gilberto's he picked up an injury. It's been subbed off. Oh, horrible scenes for Toronto fans. Down 3-1. Best player picks up an injury. We're going to have to make another sub here. We're going to have to bring Laren on for Hernandez. He's just picked up a knock. Going down to 40% condition, so not a sub that I really wanted to make there either, but I want him to be fit for the next leg here, the home leg. But what a result. With the corner, Saavedra, can we get another one? Oh, nearly. Fry with the smother there. 5 seconds left. Ramos, Simpson, Saavedra, and that's full time. We've got the 3-1 victory over Toronto in the first leg. And I'm gonna say I'm very pleased with that. Let's give him a passionate team talk and try. Oh, come on, boys. I'm trying to praise you. Anyway, oh, we absolutely outplayed them. Absolutely destroyed them. No, Rivas is coming up. He's fairly high on the top goal scorers, so I'm pleased with that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to join man of the match, Tommy Redding. I'm going to join you back for this start of the second leg, which will be at home in 1 second. Alright, here we are for the second leg of the Eastern Conference semi-final playoff. Of course, you guys just saw the 3-1 victory over Toronto in the first leg in Canada at their home ground. And here we go. We are at the Florida Citrus Bowl. Today's starting lineup will be exactly the same. I'm not going to change anything. Might come back to bite me on the ass. I don't know. I can't really tell. But if I go down here, look at them, Brek Shea, still not match fit. Didn't really change at all, despite the 30 minutes I gave him. And his 5 last games were all quite poor, so I'm a little bit worried about putting him in. And then if you look at Kaka, kind of the same, 6.88 over the last 5 and over the whole season as well. And you look at Kalaba, last 5 is 7.3, so pretty decent. His average rating of the season is also higher, which is why he's going to keep his place. So yeah, Martinez in goals, all centre right back, Zat Knight and Redding as our centre backs with Diallo at left back, Alexander and Saavedra as our 2 central midfielders with Kalaba sitting in front. Then we've got Simpson on the right, Hernandez on the left, and Rivas up front. The bench is exactly the same as well. Brek Shea, Ramos, Kugo, Anderson, Chacon, Kaka, and Laren. Let's do this. And in the other game, the first leg, against New England and Columbus was a 0-0 draw. I think Columbus had a player sent off, so I guess good on them for holding on, although they were the home team. Oh, so that's a good thing. Anyway, ignore me. I'm just a little bit worried about this game, I have to admit. Their key man is Michael Bradley, who I guess is back for this game. And they're actually playing a really strong lineup. As far as I can see, they got Fry in goals, who's a very good player. They got starting Shearu, who I mentioned just before, and then they got Bradley next to him as well, which is pretty crazy. Then Gilberto obviously didn't, get injured for too long, and he partners Altidore up front in a 4-4-2. So little bit worried, and I'm just gonna say go out and carry straight on. Because that seems to work, eh? It seems to work. For me, anyway. Okay, here we go, boys. Ooh. Second leg of the Eastern Conference semi-final. And Bradley wins the ball off Rivas straight away. Not exactly what I want to see, and I hope it doesn't continue for the rest of the game. Pretty nervous, I have to admit. This is quite a massive game, and Hernandez has picked up a knock already. So welcome back to this, to kind of the starting lineup, I suppose. He's only missed 21 minutes of the game. Brek Shea, Alston, Kalaba, Rivas. Oh, brilliant play. Brek Shea, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome back to the starting lineup, I suppose. I don't know, things are just working for me at the moment. Pretty much everything I seem to do on this game turns to gold, I suppose. Oh, Alston. Simpson. All the way back to Alexander for some reason. Who gives it to Savidra, who loses it. Kalaba. Rivas. Rivas. Good shot, Simpson. Oh, get in. You beautiful young player, you. Alan Simpson. Should probably show you guys his profile next time we can, because he's actually improving leaps and bounds. And he's actually a beast, and I love him. Anyway, that's pretty much half-time there. Kalaba's playing quite poorly. But we are 2-0 up, so I don't really give a shit. Anyway, 5-1 up on aggregate as well, which is the main thing, I suppose. And I'm quite happy at the moment, as you can probably tell. And Diallo picks up a yellow there. We might make a sub, actually. We'll bring Diallo off. Put Anderson on. And I think we'll keep it like that for now. I want to keep that last sub just in case. I don't really want to go down to 10 men through injury. Okay. Savidra. No idea why he's taking free kicks, but Rivas puts it in on the rebound. And that is 3-0 with 20 minutes still to go. 6-1 on aggregate. And Simpson's now picked up a knock. See, I could tell something like that was going to happen. And I'm really disappointed that's Simpson because he has had a beautiful game. 8.7 to be subbed off. Don't really like doing that, but I just hope he'll be fit for the next game. Just give the boys a team talk and just, I don't even really know what to say. I'll just tell them to concentrate even though the game's already over. And there we go, guys. We're into the Eastern Conference Final. Amazing result there. Really, really happy with that. Try and get the boys a bit fired up, even though it's not really working. Really, really delighted with that result, to be honest. That's a demolition over 2 legs. 3-1 and 3-0. And there we go. Even unlocked an achievement. And we are going to be versing New England. So, New England versus Orlando City in the Eastern Conference Final. And of course, if we win that one, we go into the MLS Cup Final. So, whew, everyone take a breath. I'll join you in the next episode, guys, for that Eastern Conference Final against New England Revolution. Goodbye.